All right, Khan Academy, trying to help you out with the section intercepts from a table. So basically they give you a partial table. You need to kind of fill in the rest of the table. And like on this first problem, we're looking for find the x-intercept of the line. So the first thing you need to remember is the x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. You know, so if you're thinking about a grid, we're trying to figure out, you know, it's going to cross somewhere on this line. And the key thing about anywhere, I don't care where you cross on this line, your y value is going to be 0. So for an x-intercept, you're going to have 0. And we're trying to figure out what is the x value where it crosses. So in a table format, let's just kind of think about this. In a table format, you know, they've give us some numbers, and I'm going to kind of put them here in the middle. I know that I want my y value to be 0. So looking at their numbers and the pattern and the direction it's going, I need to leave some room up top. So right now I'm at 36, we're at 54, we're at 72, and then I'm at 22, 27, 32. So basically, actually, what they've given me is they've given me 3-ordered pairs. You don't have to do it like this, but just on the first example, I'm going to show that, you know, ultimately what we have, this point, 22, 36, means I'm over here at 22, and I'm up here at 36. All right, so I'm right there, let's say. And this point, I'm at over to 27, and I'm up at 54. So I'm kind of, you know, right here. And one more, I'm at 33. Actually, check that, I'm at 32. And I'm up at 72. So I can kind of see where this line is heading. You know, it's coming down, down, down. Well, at some point, it's going to cross the x-axis. Now, I don't really know where. My grid's not really drawn to scale. But basically, it's about finding a pattern about what the x's are doing, both of those. So let's kind of go over here and let's see what's happening. So it looks like every single time my y's, it looks like we were going up by, if I subtract those two numbers, 54, take away 36. I think that's 18. So it looks like we're jumping 18 if we go in this direction. And this way, from 22 to 27, we're jumping 5. So it's an 18 jump on the y's, it's a 5 jump on the x's. So to go the other direction, I'm going to kind of have to do the opposite. So if I want to go this way, I need to go backwards 18. So I need to do 36, take away 18. And I believe that's going to put me at 18. And if it's plus 5 going down, it's minus 5 going up. So 22 minus 5 is going to get me to 17. And remember what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my x-intercept is when y equals 0. Well, I think that's going to happen one more jump. You know, if I go 18 more in this direction, I get that y equals 0, which means I'm going to go one more jump in this direction, which these jumps are worth 5, which is going to put me at 12. So I think that I've locked it in. The intercept here, the x-intercept, is going to be 12, 0. Now again, you could always go to Desmos and you could punch in these coordinates, and then you could punch in this coordinate, and you could see if it forms a straight line. I'm not going to go and do that, but actually I'll do a couple for you. 22, 36. So let's go over here to Desmos. I go up here, I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that. So if I just put a point in, I just put the ordered pair, we got 22, 36. Now I put my mark. Whoa, 222. That's way too much. So let's kind of take one of those away. Hey, backspace. Where's the backspace button here? Oh, right there. So 2236, that dot's on there. We can't really see it. Then we had 27, comma, I think it was 54. And then our next one, I'm going to tell it to label it. Our next one was 3272. So 32, comma 72, boom, and we're going to label that one. All right. Now I think the answer was 12,0. So I'm going to put in my answer, which I think it is 12, comma 0. And let's label that joker. And if everything went well, and if I did it right, we'll see if that forms a straight line. So let me kind of move my grid around here to where I can see things. Kind of shrink it in a little bit. And man, that looks pretty doggone good. Those things look like they are in a line, and it looks like it is going to hit right there. So just kind of visually, this isn't a perfect sketch, but I think that right there is going to be money. I think we're all set. All right, so let's go down to the next one. This one I'm not going to verify with Desmos, but we're just going to do it using algebra. So same type of idea. This time, you always want to look and see what we're after. This time we're after the y-intercept. So I need to find the y value when x is 0. So let's go ahead and let's get our little table rolling over here. So I got x, I got y, and I'm looking at the numbers. We're going negative 56, negative 42, negative 28. So they're getting bigger. So the 0 is actually going to happen down here somewhere. So negative 56, negative 42, negative 28. And my y's are getting smaller. So this is kind of a case where y's are decreasing, x's are increasing. Even though it's negatives, they're actually increasing. So let's see what's happening. Well, every time I go in this direction, from 66 down to 58, well, that's dropping by 8. So we're minusing 8. And then we have another change, minus 8. So that's going to be the pattern over here on this side. We're going to minus 8. Well, to get from a negative 56 to a 42, you always want to kind of subtract from where you're going to where you were. So negative 42 take away negative 56. Well, that one is actually going to be a positive 14. So it looks like we're adding 14 every time. If you take negative 2 and you add another 14 to it, you should get negative 28. Well, let's just kind of go for it. If we add a 14 to this, a negative 28, add 14 to it, is going to put us at negative 14. And if we had that 50, and we're minusing 8 from it, that's going to put me at 42. Well, I got to go a little bit further, because I need to add another 14, which, man, that's going to hook me up with 0, which is what I need. And then I'm going to need to come over here and do another minus 8 jump. 42 take away 8, well, that's 34. So I believe I've locked in my y-intercept. My y-intercept, or my y value, is 34 when x equals 0. And again, you could go into Desmos, you could enter all these points, you could plot them, and make sure they form a straight line. Hopefully that'll help you out a little bit here on finding intercepts from a table.